human bonds are not held together only by love or choice. They are stabilized by memory, repetition, proximity, and nervous system imprinting. What often feels like loyalty is familiarity, one of the brain's strongest regulators of safety. Old friendships can feel heavy not because they are wrong, but because the system remembers who you were when they formed. This piece reveals why long ties persist even after the self has changed. And so here are 9 familiarity bonding mechanisms that sustain long ties. 1. Shared memory. Encoding. Repeated experiences wire shared memories into overlapping neural networks. These memories create continuity and mutual knowing. In life, this shows up as bonding because we've been through so much together. 2. Predictive safety models. The nervous system prefers relationships it can easily predict. Familiar people reduce uncertainty even when alignment fades. This appears as staying because the bond feels safe, not alive. 3. Identity anchoring. Old relationships hold earlier versions of the self. Letting go can feel like erasing personal history. You see this when distance feels like betraying who you used to be. 4. Proximity conditioning. Frequent proximity strengthens attachment through repetition. The brain often confuses presence with compatibility. This shows up when friendships persist simply because they always have. 5. Emotional memory weighting. Strong emotion amplifies memory consolidation. Early intensity outweighs present mismatch. This appears when past closeness feels truer than current distance. 6. Social role preservation. Long bonds stabilize familiar relational roles. Change threatens who plays which part. You see this when growth creates friction instead of support. 7. Loss aversion bias. The brain weighs loss more heavily than gain. Ending old ties feels riskier than forming new ones. This shows up as staying to avoid grief rather than seek truth. 8. Collective narrative binding. Shared history forms a joint story of belonging. Leaving disrupts that shared narrative. This appears as guilt rooted in what we were, not what is. 9. Regulatory familiarity loops. Known relationships regulate the nervous system through recognition. Even misaligned bonds can calm the body. This shows up when connection soothes but no longer nourishes. And so we realize familiarity can feel like alignment. History binds through safety, not always truth. Difficulty leaving does not mean wrongness. Growth often outpaces memory. So we ask ourselves, am I staying from resonance or recognition? What version of me does this bond remember? Where does familiarity replace presence? What would honesty allow to change? Old bonds once served who you were. You are allowed to become someone new. Letting go is not disloyalty, and you are the sacred intelligence that knows when history has completed its work.